Day I'm hustling, 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 hustling,
It's your
hustling,
boy,
hustling,
Ski.
hustling, 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 every
Oh, welcome back to the Matrix. You're not just in the Matrix, you are the Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? And today we got ourselves a banger daily market news analysis. What is up? How's everyone feeling out of 10? Make sure you guys are spamming that like button, hitting that share so other people can spam that like button. We got ourselves a banger. Let's get into it, guys. Is now the time to buy? I think the bottom is in. This is a structural bottom. There's many signs. There's many bullish diversions out here. So let's get into it. As of the time of recording, Bitcoin is sitting at $84,998. Call it $85,000. In my opinion, we've gotten our selling climax, our secondary test in phase B, which textbook goes lower, and the spring, which textbook goes lower. At the same time, we're having a bullish divergence. So while these were textbook going lower, and what I mean by textbook going lower is this right here. Wyckoff accumulation, a bottoming structure. Richard D. Wyckoff, the GOAT of trading. I did not create this. I am just a humble servant. Okay, selling climax, secondary test goes lower, spring goes lower. That is textbook. And what you want to look for is volume to come in and bullish divergences, which we are getting. So in my opinion, Bitcoin has bottomed. And the question is, are the altcoins bottoming? And I think, is the DXY continuing to fall off? Now, I say the DXY is very oversold at this point, and I do anticipate some sort of dead cat bounce, but it's taken out 3 years of support here. It has now made a new low of multiple years, falling off a cliff. At the same time, gold is absolutely parabolic, printing bearish divergence. Okay, this is a big deal because this gold typically trades inversely with cryptocurrency and the stock market. So when gold goes parabolic, that's typically a bad thing for crypto and stocks. And what do we have? Price rising, bearish divergence on gold at a macro 2618 level, which is what I consider to be the parabolic level. Okay, parabolic level. So that's all happening. While, in my opinion, this is the big question. Is this also putting in a bearish divergence? This is Bitcoin dominance at the macro 702 level, buying climax, secondary test, up thrust. The reverse of accumulation is distribution. Is this working on distribution? Now, I have less of a read of where this is going to go, as Bitcoin is a beat ahead of Bitcoin dominance in my opinion, but this is working on UTAD. We'll see where it goes. Textbook, we would go a little bit higher than the UT, which we've already pretty much filled out this entire wick over here. So we'll see exactly how high it goes. While all this is going on, Ethereum dominance is massively oversold. The most, in fact, oversold that it was since June of 2022, coincidentally, was also Ethereum's bottom. Okay, this is the most oversold it's been on the RSI since June of 2022, the same time when Luna went to zero. That was Ethereum's bottom, the actual lowest it ever got. It's on top of 5 years of support here at this point. And so this means one of two things, in my opinion. Either A, Ethereum is actually properly dead, or B, it is going to bounce from here. And all of the coins that have been oversold at this point, getting crushed because Ethereum has been getting crushed, are going to feel the heat of that. I do think it's important to note too, China continuing to make an all-time high with their M2 money supply. The money printer for China is going where round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. And the M2 US is about to make an all-time high as well and is now sloping to the upside. The balance sheet on the total assets is starting to curve its way up. And what I want you to note is the last time we were pulling back and it started to go up, that was the end of all of the worst. So that was 2019. It was up only from there. Not actually, but pretty much. Unless gold don't drop, nothing will happen in alts. Well, I'm presenting to you that I'm selling 30% of my gold. I am a gold and silver stacker. I am selling 30% of my gold. This is parabolic, okay? This isn't like some meme coin that went parabolic. This is gold we're talking about here. So the money printer is going burr. The DXY is falling off a cliff. Gold is parabolic. I'm taking profits on gold. You do with that information what you will. Solana or AVAX, what would be your choice? I think AVAX is a better ROI right now, but I like both of them. I do like Solana fundamentally, long-term better. Rose, technical analysis. My analysis on Rose is still the same. Rose has been beaten down because of Ethereum. I would put Rose in that category of like just beaten to a pulp because Ethereum got beaten to a pulp. So yeah, that's where Rose is in my opinion. And I put it out there like either Ethereum is bottomed or Ethereum is dead. That's it. That is it. Those are our options. Either way, I do believe that Bitcoin has bottomed from here. Now, textbook, we would get our test, and we're most likely going to get that. Okay, after the spring, you get a test, which the test would be about 78K. So we're somewhere in this neck of the woods. The spring was the absolute worst of it. We might come back and get our test. That would be textbook. That's somewhere you could call it 80K. But realistically, between 78K, 77K, somewhere in that neck of the woods. I have my limit buy orders in, but I still believe even if we pull back to 77, guess what? Hear me now, live, April 17th, 2025. If we're at 77K, I want you to know that that is higher than 74K. All right, everybody with me? Because I know there's going to be someone commenting when we pull back to 77K or 78K. They're like, aha! He said the bottom was in. Yes. $78,000 is higher than $74,400. Last time I checked, if my math is correct, if you carry the two, hold the one, 74,000 is less than 78,000. All right. So there you go. Just putting it out there now. Why is Bitcoin Gold chart look ready to run in the macro 1618? What up, Ski? ETH seems primed to bounce either now or in May. If so, is it cooked? Yeah, like that's the case I am making. I think it's going to bounce minimum to $3,000. Hey, Ski, what are the chances your plays to recover the same values? Very, very high. Put this chart in trading view and let me know your TA on it. Bitcoin USD TVT gold. Is last time we were in this position June 2022, why wouldn't it be a slow move up like the last 2 years? Because the amount of speed it took to get here. Okay, so like I did this like napkin math yesterday. And this is the fractal, right? That we put out over. If you want to tell me that this is distribution back here in November and January, okay, I'll buy that. But we have all the same moves here. Like everything has been stipulated. And the speed, this was like multiple years. This was 2 years that took to play out, where we just did it in how many months? So from this top to here till the bottom was 78 days. So that's why it's not going to take multiple years. People talk out of both sides of their mouth. They're saying 4-year cycle's over. See you in 4 years. Which is it? Which is it? Bro, if we go again 78K, I die. Don't die, bro. Everyone will die. Life is so risky. I promise you, you won't make it out of here. Thoughts on XRP? XRP is peculiar. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, like, because it's been following this fractal, and I think to not honor it, it's been following this fractal since March of 2023, like almost perfectly. But I do think that Bitcoin has bottomed here. So, is Bitcoin going to rise this back to $3? Ultimately, I think it goes to $5 to $8, but it would not be weird for it to continue to follow. There's not much trading here unless you count all of this. If you count all of this, I could say like, okay, all that's done. And it's just trading on top of the prior range here. I'm bullish on XRP. I think it goes to $5. But, you know, if you want to tell me it's going to continue to follow this fractal, I'm not going to be mad at you. Do you think Solana can hit 75 by July, August? Very possible. I have a AMA, or I have a space with Mario Nafal on Twitter tomorrow. Today, Thursday, on Good Friday. We got some things cooking up for Solnick. If Ethereum dies, then what happens to the ecosystem when a bulk of alts are built on the platforms? They migrate, adapt or die. Migrate or die. I don't think, listen, I'm not advocating that Ethereum's going to die. I'm not advocating that. I am the biggest Ethereum hater known to man. I think Ethereum's going to bounce. That's what I think. It's flirting with getting out of this. Now, it hasn't broken out of this, but I think it's going to bounce to a minimum of 3,000, in all likelihood 7,000. Can you explain the fractal you're using for XRP? Never seen it before. It's from over here. It's this run right here. I'm using the same fractal right here. So you can see it, like this little move. It's this fractal right here. And it's been following it since March. Like, I haven't moved this in forever. I haven't moved this in over a year. I think I put this here in 2023 before it broke out. It's been following this forever. So that was... now, listen, it's not going to... at some point, it's going to break away. You know, I'm not like... I don't put everything on fractals. It's something. It's not everything, though. It's not everything. At some point, it's going to break away. Could very well be right now. But when we look at it, I don't know that we could say that it has. Like, this was way more violent of a move to the upside here. But it's the same structure. Thoughts on Bitcoin decoupling from the stock market? That makes sense to me. It did it in 2022 to the downside. So that would only make sense that for every yen, there's a yang. So we could overlay this. Okay. So on the top, we got Bitcoin. On the bottom, we're going to put the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones. Okay, so they were trading together. Let's get this. I'm going to try to make this pretty even. Let's do it like this. There we go. That's pretty close. Okay. So they were trading together. So Bitcoin was rising. The Dow Jones was rising. You even had the C19 crash over here. The C19 crash. They were trading together, certainly. Bitcoin was distributing. The stock market was distributing. The stock market was on a downtrend. Bitcoin was on a downtrend. But there became a point where the stocks began to rise. And this was in October. The stock market had a pretty violent move, and the bottom was already in for the stock. So 21% in a matter of 38 days is insane for the stock market. That is 2 years of normal gains, and it did it in 30 days. And the bottom was in. But Bitcoin went lower and traded sideways, much lower. This is the FTX collapse, and they were trading sideways, and then they recoupled at the Israel war. So there's already been a decoupling to the downside, or an imbalance, if you will, that has not recoupled upside. So it would make sense to me logically. There was a moment where stocks were going up violently and crypto was going down violently, and there's never been the reverse of that. So for every yen, there's a yang. So I would imagine at some point we're going to get that. Do you see euphoria 2025, 2026? Yes, I do. Bitcoin dominance keeps going up. Is it possible it can go as high as 70? No. I don't think so. Like we anticipated this. We said it hasn't even broken the all-time high yet. It hasn't even broken the yearly high yet for Bitcoin dominance. It's working on the UTAD. That would textbook mean that we're going to go higher than the UT. So this wick right here, we haven't even broken it yet. 64.32. I think we're going to go to 65.32, somewhere in there. Do you believe the bull run alt season extended 2026? Let's make a bet bear shaved. I'm looking at structure. I don't care about time. This is what I know. The bottom's in for Bitcoin. That's what I know. I don't care about the time. I know that I have my limit orders in and I have my longs in. That's what I know. XRP does love 50 cents. Can you check out Solnic? Solnic's been performing very, very well. What's the best play right now with positional gains? I think Solnic is my top 100 play, 100x play. I put out a video today talking about the higher low structure already. I put out a video, top 4 plays. I think they're Ethereum plays. The Ethereum ecosystem, because I do believe that Ethereum is going to bounce from here, and you don't even need Ethereum to make an all-time high. Just getting back to 3,000, the coins in the ecosystem like Rose, like Theta, like VeChain, like Quant, like Flux, they're going to feel that exponentially. Ski, do we have DOT will reach previous all-time high 55 likely? It's going to retrace. There's plenty of money to be made. I don't know about likely, but plausibly. Gets confusing as with you. We should be accumulating with Alex Costa. We should sell everything now. I don't think Alex Costa said sell everything now. Tag me in a video where he says sell everything now. I'm pretty sure he's bullish in the micro. 30K before 100K. You said that for 6 months, bro. LCX. I like LCX a lot. $1 to $2. What's the TA for render? In the micro, he said to short alts, not long. But he said he's longing Bitcoin, though. So which is it? He didn't say to short. He didn't say to short. He said that he was looking for opportunities to short altcoins. And the reason he does that, or says that, is because they have not technically broken a downtrend yet. But he's longing Bitcoin. So if the sun rises, what does that mean? Crypto, gold, or stocks? Crypto, gold, and stocks. I have less faith in stocks out of those, but gold and crypto and real estate are my main 3 holdings. You said more to come. I don't know, bro. I said the bottom was in 9 days ago. I've said that the bottom was in 9 different times. 8 times I was correct. 1 time I was wrong. We'll see. 9 days ago, I made a video. Bottom's in, boys. 74.4. Nine days ago. Everyone, look at the comments on that video. Nobody said, you're right, Ski. Nobody said that. Look at the comments on that video. It was 9 days ago. I said, this is the hook. This is how you know it's the right video. Bottom's in, boys. And then I went on to proceed to show you why. That the spring was in. Nobody in the comment section said, you're right, Ski. What they said was 60K, 30K, 50K, 62K, 70K. That's what they said. Not one person said, you're right, Ski. Okay, bro, then short it. Sell everything. Short everything then. I'm telling you that the bottom's in. I said it 9 days ago, and we went up 3 years of stock market gains since that time. TA on render. Retracement is $8. Nine days ago, I said, bottom's in, boys. This is the 9th time that I've said that the bottom was in. 8 times I was correct. 1 time I was wrong. We have since then done 14% in 9 days. That's 2 years of stock market gains. So spoiled. So spoiled we are. You earlier... He said buying alts now is a terrible idea. He pulled some buy levels under 50% down. I made the argument to DCA at these levels because already back to bear market range. That's what I think. Like, we're measuring it in the thing that is going up and to the right, right? This is what we're measuring crypto in, no? This is China. We're not really measuring it in Chinese. But, like, they're printing money. The United States is printing money up and to the right. Are they going to start burning dollars? Let me know. We're measuring it in that. It is a simple equation. 21 million divided by infinity. That's it. It's not that complicated. 6 days of rejecting 50 EMA. Okay, 6 days, we were up 14%. 2 years of stock market gains. My 3x long, lower leverage is up 50% over the last 6 days. How about that? When the Fed cuts rates, we will hit the bottom. We have already hit the bottom, in my opinion. The bottom is in. I said that 9 days ago. At $74,400. Video evidence documented. Nobody in that video. Go look at the comments for fun. Not one. There was a lot of people that commented on that video. Not one of them said, Ski, you're right. Nobody said that. You know what they said? Wrong. Lower. 70K. 62K. 64K. 50K. 30K. It's over. Bear market. Nobody said you're right. I'm DCing. Same here, bro. I'm DCing and I'm putting longs in. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm going to comment on that video now just so it'll make you happy. Dude, I'm so happy. I wake up every day. If you wake up on the right side of the dirt, how do you have a bad day? I am happy. And I'm even more happy that everyone said lower when I said the bottom's in. That is confirmation. Thoughts about Toshi? How much X can it do? Look at that, please, and thanks. Take a look at that. Ski, you were right. I'll say it here and now. I don't need anyone to say that I'm right, but I'm just saying, when I make a call and everyone says I'm stupid, that's a good sign. That's a great sign. I get nervous when everyone starts handing me my flowers, actually. When I make a call and everyone's like, yep, I'm with you, Ski, I get a little nervous. I'm like, wait a minute, let me reevaluate this. Irish Dano, thanks for the heart, bro. Thanks for the rose. User TikTok, thanks for the rose. Scott, thanks for the heart. 3, thanks for the lightning. Yes, savages.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
Are you jumping on Eagle AI yet, Ski? No, I am not. I am perfectly happy with my portfolio. Here's your flowers. Elmo, thanks for the rose.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
Thoughts on Teo? We're about to switch to have the altcoins bottomed. If they have, then, you know, this is probably your spring here. If they have not, I wouldn't see why, though. I don't know what the inflation on this is. Retracement is $695. I would de-risk there. All right, let's switch to members only on YouTube or on TikTok. I'll be live on YouTube as well. You can head over there. I'm still live right now. Again, this is not to be whatever. It's just to protect my stream because there's some people out there who don't like it when I don't tell them sweet nothings. You sold the bottom, bro. That was a good idea. Not gonna do it. Not here. Sorry. I thought you have a high probability of being right where I was buying in. I'm buying my space time. It's a nice break from crypto. Nice. Are we not live on